Be with you in a minute. Oh my goodness. Be with you in a minute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whoops. Just give me a second. Okay. Why is it all glitchy? Like I said, this is my first time scheduling a live. And it didn't quite work out the same way I wanted it to, but we're here, so. Okay. Can you hear me? I guess that's the first thing I want to know. Okay. Oh my goodness. That looks awful. Oh no. Okay, good. I'm glad somebody can hear me. I know that was glitchy in the beginning. So just give me a second here. And then I will try. Oh, maybe that's what I should have done. Ah. Okay. Yeah, it's pixelated and I don't know why. I might have to change some settings. And now I don't know where I am. Help! Okay. Yeah, I know I've got a duplicate stream key. Anybody know what the heck I'm doing? Okay. I gotta find me again. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna say hi to everybody here. Mary Jane, Cheryl, Jean, June, Kim, Awkward Quilter, Marie H. Okay, I'm trying to do two things at once and I don't do very well here. Okay, yeah, I see it's clear now. I'm just trying to get back into my, oh, there I am. Good grief. Okay. You can hear me, it's all cleared up. Okay. Now, I don't think I have subscriber mode on right now. So Terry, hi. Hi everyone. Did I miss anyone? And I don't think, I can't scroll back all the way up to the top. Okay. Okay. If I look stupid, it's probably because I am. Yeah, I saw him on YouTube this morning doing some tests, and I sure hope he does, because I am lost with a couple of things. And I don't know why it was pixelating at first. So how's everybody today? How's everybody today? And what are you working on? Oh, now just give me a second here. I have to go in here. And, oh yeah, okay. Okay, I changed something there, so. Hungry children, not stupid, learning is growing, yeah. Physically, I quit growing quite a while ago. Just my head doesn't work now. Coming in and out of blurry view. Okay. Okay, well. I thought I'd give this a try today and make sure my video is coming across the way it should. I guess YouTube wanted me to chat alone. Oh, it had me waiting. I think I have another one open, to tell you the truth. It's just when I signed on, I couldn't figure out which one it was. Okay. Good, just got back from One Stop Shop Hop with about 30 some shops in one place. Oh, wow. Well, I just thought I'd come on and try this out today. I have to go out in a little while. So now what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm still pixelating. I can see it. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. I don't know why it's pixelating. Okay. It could be my connection here. Hello, Peggy Lynn Designs. Oh. Yeah, it could be one of my connections just isn't working right. And some of my, okay, it's clear. It might pixelate on you. So what else is everybody up to? I did a Zoom yesterday with a couple of ladies, a private Zoom. Oh, my butterflies in the back. Yeah, I don't know whether you can see them that well. I'll try to adjust the camera. And you can see my overhead camera, but yes, they're my butterflies I'm working on. One day they'll get put into a quilt when I get around to it. Hence the name, Around to It. Yeah, I have, I'm trying to keep an eye on on YouTube there, but I want to watch myself on the in real time. But I keep checking over there. Too many things can go wrong when you go live. The next one is when we get a troll come in, because it doesn't look like I have it set on this one for subscribers only. Mary Jane, I don't know whether I said hi to you. Okay, well, it looks like everything is fine over there. Jean, you love my name, yeah. I think I really should have named it something else, like, but the idiot quilter was already taken, so how about the idiot YouTuber? Sorry, Mary Jane, you did. Oh, there I go again. Well, yeah, it might be one of my connections. Oh, meaning the second stream being open and not so much a second of the same one. Okay, Terry says she refreshed, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. I think it's on my end. No, not idiot learning, yeah. It looks like I'm clear again, but now I am going to ask for some help here. I'm going to try and just do my camera switching. Conquering it, yeah. Oh, now I see I'm back. Katie Crafts, welcome. Nice to see everyone. I'm going to do a quick switch of my cameras and just see if they're working. And I see, just a minute here. Help. I'm back. There's just a few things I have to change up, so. But what I'll do while I'm testing here, yeah, there is another live running, and I'm not sure exactly how to stop that. And go to live dashboard. No, I'm not going to do anything. That could be why it's pixelating as everything is, because I have two running. I'm not. Okay. Is KD, I already did my taxes. Okay, I'm just going to do something quickly here and see if that stops the pixelating. It might be. Now, which one am I? Okay. So what I'm going to do, if you lose me, I'll come back another time. Yeah, I'm in the okay. If I lose you, I'll come back another time. Okay. Let's see if that helped. Test, test, test. That's how we're going to learn, right? Okay. Terry says, yep, need to do your gene, okay. Aquaculture, I did my taxes last month. It put me in fabric timeout. I'm always in fabric timeout. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm doing here, so just bear with me. Yeah, you might have come on, Kim, you might have come on the right one. That could be why you're only seeing one live running. Okay, I'm gonna try doing this on I have my computer up there and I'm watching it, so. Nope, pixelate. Don't like that. Frustrating. Okay. Okay. I just typed in a comment. Yeah, okay. That's working. That's all I'm concerned about right now, is just making sure that parts of it that I do know are working. Oh, this is going to be boring for you people. Okay. So hopefully I didn't miss saying hi to anyone in chat. I'm going to test. Oh, God, that's awful. Oh, terrible. Anyway, it's going to pixelate, but I am going to try and change some cameras here. I don't know. I'm thinking it could be one of my connections, or I don't have one setting set up properly. Okay. Gladys, the confident quilter. Hello there, Gladys. Okay. I'm going to switch cameras now. Sound is okay. So now this is my desk view. And I'm just going to wait till YouTube catches up here a bit. Okay, it looks like YouTube is clear there. That's my desk. That's where I'm working. And now I'm just going to switch again, and I'm going to change my angle from when I did other videos. So I just want to make sure that that's working. And there's the sewing machine. Okay. And it looks like I'm clear here. No pixelating. So if that's clear and no pixelating, I know there's a bit of a flicker. I can see it right here. And I think it's something to do with my light on my machine. Pixelating here. So that tells me that if I'm not pixelating on these cameras, it could be my webcam. Okay, let's go back to the webcam. And there I am again. Okay, I'm just going to wait till I can see it on YouTube just to see. Yeah, Peggy Lynn, you're right. The LED bulbs do flicker on camera. Sometimes it doesn't, though. I have an old an old phone that I use to go to my sewing machine. Okay. So now that looks better on YouTube. Okay, June, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And who's, sorry, the birthday gift? Tragic came on the cars. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Well, June, you have a great day if you're still here. Now, I'm trying to do two things at once here, and I haven't quite got myself coordinated, so again, please bear with me. Looks like YouTube is kind of cleared up. Okay, I really appreciate you guys popping in to help me out with this. What I usually do is I usually do a private video and then go back and watch it. Hi, Deborah. Yo, Patty G. Great to see you. Thanks, everyone. It takes a while to get coordinated, like watching chat and trying to keep an eye on everything to make sure everything's working. Okay, so now that it looks like YouTube has cleared up whatever it was that was pixelating. It could be my webcam. So now that everything's clear, I'm just going to show you a little bit what I was working on. And I have to keep an eye on the time. My daughter's going to pick me up to take me to get my blood work done, so I just thought I'd pop on and see this. I got a little overconfident with having my Zoom meeting yesterday, and I was hosting it, and everything worked out real well there, so I thought, well, let's give this YouTube thing another try. Okay, so I'll switch my camera and I will go to my desktop, and I'm just gonna keep babbling here, and I'll try to watch the chat. What I'm working on is I do all my quilting on my FAF 4.5, and it is an embroidery machine. And I'll just go back here. This is the Creative 4.5, and it has I can't show you everything, but right now I have the embroidery unit on because I'm doing in the hoop quilting. And I do all my quilting in the hoop. And I have a software program that I design my design, and I make it fit the area. This isn't a very good one to show you on because it's really dark, but this is the design that I'm putting in each one of these 4 squares. So it's basically just a motif that I've sized to fit the exact square. So the square goes from, and that's where that motif is. And when I designed it, I wanted it to stop exactly on this brown line and exactly on the seam line that goes up here. And believe it or not, it did. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that to the sewing machine and just show you. I was quite pleased with the way I designed it. I switched from inches to millimeters when I was drawing out my design, And I'm going to take this to the sewing machine so you can see. It'll give a better up close look at the design. And it starts here and it stops up at the top right here. And it stops exactly there. And then I do my other motif. And it stops exactly, this is hard to see. Maybe if can I zoom in a little? So. Where did it stop? Well, it stopped right there. And I use brown thread on the front. Oh, I'm pixelating again. That's not going to work. What happens if I switch back to the desk? Ooh, that's terrible. Goodness sakes. Just give it a minute. Okay. That's awful. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, if it wasn't for one thing, it's another. Okay, that didn't work. Click the dislike button twice. Am I back here? Okay, enough that. I think we're back now, but I did, hopefully if I show this up to the webcam. No, this isn't working, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because this is pixelating so bad, oh, that's awful. Oh no. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Lordy. Guess who, Nancy? Hello. I'm having pixelating issues, so thanks for joining. Okay, well, I seem to be better now, so I'm gonna just... Anyway, that is what I was working on. I was hopefully going to show you how I put this in the machine and everything, but seeing as how this is just pixelating all over the place. So that's one thing I have to work on, is to stop the pixelating. Turning it around here so I've got it in the right position, and I'm going to mark my reference lines to put in my hoop. Okay. So on this, I'll show you how I join up this point here. And this is just a rough one. I'll try to do a better video later if I move slower. Okay. I'm going to mark, no. Okay, you know what, everyone? I think I'm going to stop this live stream and see if I can't figure out what the pixelating is. I'm going to check some of my connections here first. I just don't know. But the only way I'm going to tell what's going on is if I stay live and try to do that, right? Okay, I'm still here. So maybe it's that plug right there. Okay, I'm going to take this off. See if that clears it up. Yeah. It just doesn't seem to. Oh, Terry says stay. Okay, I'm going to try one other thing here. I lost my cord. I am going to try something. I just have to get my cord again. I'm still here. Just lost my cord. I'm gonna have to check out somebody who knows what the problem is with pixelating. And I'm not sure if the problem is a setting that I can fix. Yeah, I don't seem to have autofocus. Maybe that is it, but there is one thing I saw. On my notifications, but I don't know whether I can I don't know whether I can. Okay. Oh. So I'm just going to keep playing around here for a minute. If any of you want to leave, that's just go ahead and leave, and we'll see if we can't figure some of these issues out while I'm live, because I cannot, if I do a private live, I can't see some of the issues. Okay. Yep. Well, let's see, what else can I check? Yo, Patty G, you're staying. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, it's like I just seem to have get one thing fixed and then another one doesn't work. I just can't figure out why it's doing that. And Deborah, you're staying? Oh, thanks. So, what can I... I think... Go ahead and work on your live. Only way you can test things. Yes, I know, but it might be kind of boring for everyone. Okay. Let's see. There is one other thing. Okay, edit your stream time. No, I don't want to do that. Web browser. Go to YouTube Live dashboard. That's not where I want to be. Okay. Katie Crafts, yes. Yo Patty G. You're not bored. Okay, that's good. Sitting here, hand sewing. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Sure, when I'm not trying to do something, it's okay. What can I do? What can I change? Some settings you can't change when you're live. I may have to give Donna's husband, Joe, I mean, I'd gladly pay for just a little help. So Terry, you're fine with it, just doing some desk work too? I am here for a bit longer. See, now it seems to be fine. Keep my fingers moving so at least I know if it's going to pixelate. Well, that's silly. Trials and tribulations of a YouTuber. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to mark my reference lines on here. And of course, everything has to be close by and everything is covered up with whatever. If you saw my sewing room today, you'd freak out. It's an absolute mess. So now I'm just going to draw some reference lines. And I'm just using a Clover marking pen. And it irons off. So right now what I'm doing is I'm drawing a line down the center of my design so I can position it in my hoop. And I need reference lines. I'm going to use my magnetic hoop just to line everything up. And I'm just showing you where the reference lines that I'm referring to on my hoop. It has 2 center points on each side and a center point at the top and the bottom. So I need my line long enough to go into, or to be able to reference it when I put it in the hoop. So I'm just going to draw this one a little bit longer. And actually this one goes right down the seam line. And now I'll draw my line across. line up my center points. And the center of my design, or the area that I'm putting my design in, is this 4.5 inch square. And it measures exactly 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. So now I'll draw my center line for my design along that line right there. And I just need a reference point, so when I put this into my hoop, that I've got just something to reference. So I have my reference lines. I have preloaded my design into my machine, and I'll put the hoop underneath. I usually do this at the sewing machine, but I'm just going to do this on here first. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feel for those little bumps that were on the side, and I'm going to line them up. So there, I can feel it underneath there. And this is just a guide. So I have my lines, and I can feel those little bumps underneath there. And of course I've lost my hoop uses magnets. It came with 4 little magnets, and all you do is just line up those side points, and then the center point, which, gee, actually came really close. The center point of my design is right there, so I need to move this over just a little bit. And underneath here, I'm going to feel that little mark right there. I'm going to line that up with the line on my quilt. So that lines up there. This one needs to come down. Have to reposition it. It's easier to do it when it's on the sewing machine. But now, where's my... Okay, still need to come down. A little more. But those are the lines that I'm lining up, and that'll go into my machine, and I'll readjust it when I get there. I'm going to check and feel for that little bump, and there's my center point. So I'm going to just pop my magnets on. The other magnetic hoops that are available on the market have the all-around magnet, and actually for centering and everything, these magnets are really strong. So there's my top point, and it's lined up right there. I can feel it underneath. Just going to straighten this out a bit. And I normally don't have this much problem centering it. I usually do it right on the machine. Okay, so that looks pretty straight. I can readjust it and everything. If you're using magnets, strong magnets like this, they are very, very strong. And they can break if they're not coated with something. Okay, so I'll line that up. So the next thing is I would take this to my sewing machine, and then I would put it into the put my hoop in. So now I'm just gonna switch cameras back, and here I am again. You can see my embroidery machine here, the hoop. This is the bar that moves. And on my machine, which I can't really show you, you'd have to move the camera, but I'm going to set it now for embroidery. And that hoop is going to move. So you can see that it's moved there. And I'm going to get my design from my, I can never remember these things here. I'm going to get my design from my files. If I can remember where it is. Okay, so I have a file in here, and it's going to load it in. And I can see the design on my display screen. And right now it is on my display screen. Maybe I can turn this camera a bit. Give me 1 second. And maybe I can just, there. Don't get seasick. So this is actually, whoops, this is actually what I'm seeing. And my design is in this little window right here. So then I am going to check my hoop size and make sure I've got my correct hoop, which I want a metal hoop. You're not going to see this on screen, I know. My hoop is a large metal hoop, 240 by 150. So my bar of my machine here has moved. We're still looking okay here. So I'm going to take, this isn't really a quilt, it's more or less like a table topper. And these are the things that I use to practice on. I'm going to put this in my machine and connect the hoop. Okay. Okay, my hoop is now snapped in. See if I can move that just a little bit more. Don't look at my mess. Okay, so there I am. My hoop is in here. It's underneath. You can see it there. And the bar is right here. So I'm just going to position everything so that nothing is blocking. So nothing's blocking the area, and I won't get any drag. So I'm just going to go back and check my positioning points. And I'm just feeling for those little marks. There's little bumps on there. Okay, let's give this a whirl. I have gone through my checklist. I put brown thread in the top, and I put white thread in the bottom. I have a size 14 needle, number 14 needle in my sewing machine, and I do have a clear view. No, I can't zoom in on there, but I have a clear foot on here. Yeah, the machine is at least 7 to 8 years old. This one, I think I paid $5,000 for it. Or let's just say I'm paying $5,000 for it. I think they sell for around $7,000-8,000, but I got it at a special price, and yeah, I think I'm still paying for it, but it's paid for itself, let me tell you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've checked my thread. I don't have anything going to stop it, and my bobbin thread is in there. And so I'm just going to press a button on my machine, and it's going to move. And it's going to move to the starting point. It will move to this starting point right here. And then it's going to stitch out all the way around. And it'll stop right there. Did I lose you? Just hang on. What did I do? Give me a minute. Okay. Sorry, I just lost it on my screen up there. Okay. I'm back here again. So now, if I've positioned this right, it should start right there. Okay, yeah. It was just, I moved my mouse and it changed the view up there, so I couldn't read the chat. Yeah. Okay, so if I've positioned it right, it should stop right there. Now I'm going to try switching the cameras and hopefully I don't mess things up. But I'll try to zoom in. Nope, that's not where I want to be. I'll try to get you a close-up view. And you can see my needle. Here is the finishing of my stitching, which ended right at the spot I wanted it to. And then it's going to start right there and it'll stitch out the design. And if I have positioned everything correctly, it should stop right here at this line right here. Hi, Marie, from Marie's Scrappy Creations. So now, should we give it a try? Think we should? If this works, I'm on camera, it's not going to work. Trust me. If it does work perfectly, it's worked all the other times, but just because I'm doing it on camera. So again, it's going to start over here, and it's going to end the design right at this border line right here. So I'm just going to do another check here. Everything should be right. I'm going to lower my needle and make sure it's in the exact spot, and it's not quite in the exact spot. So I'm just going to remove my magnets. and just adjust it so that my needle comes down exactly. I'll put this up here. It'll come exactly at that start point. So now that I've got this close-up view, there's my center mark. My needle is down there. I'm just going to press the button and it'll raise the needle and bring up the bobbin thread. Now my machine is a bit finicky and I don't know why it does this. Probably because I'm I'm a bit tech challenged and I'm doing something wrong. So now I'm just going to check and make sure that it's going to go right in that exact point. Close enough. Now, I am going to take this and I'm just going to press a plus or minus button on my display screen, and that's going to pop it to the next stitch. So I can advance this, and for some reason you saw there that it jumped way over and it went over to stitch number 4, and I don't want it there, so I'm going to bring it back. And now I'm at the start point. So Terry, okay, I'm going to read the chat here. Hi Terry, Marie, hi everyone. I can't really stay too long because I need to prep my stuff for my live stream, but I saw that Shirley was live, so I wanted to draw. Okay, thank you everyone for the thumbs up. Okay, so now we're going to try and stitch this out and see if my measurements and everything, and if this is going to work on live YouTube. Okay, I'm going to start. To start, this little button right here on my machine is the start. I'm not using my foot pedal or anything. So I'm going to press this, keep my fingers crossed. What it's going to do is it's going to start stitching, and then it's going to it's going to start stitching. And normally when it starts on designs, it will do a tie-off stitch. It'll do a tie-off and then it'll start stitching. So it'll stop and tell me to cut my threads. For my design, I've designed it so it doesn't do a tie-off stitch because I don't like those. See you, Marie. It doesn't do a tie-off stitch. I tie off my own. That's why I've left the threads quite long. So are we ready? And so it's going to stitch out, but it's not doing a tie-off. I'm going to press the start button and keep my fingers crossed. Oops, I forgot one thing. Is I am going to slow my machine down, so it's going to go very slow, and I'm just going to keep an eye on it as it's stitching. So it's asked me to trim the threads, and I don't need to because I'm going to tie them off. So remember, it's going to stop over here, about right there, right at that brown border line. Let's go. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody. Now all I'm doing is just watching it and making it sure that everything is just staying okay. and it's stitching out the design. Keep your fingers crossed, it's going to go through the whole process and land at that exact spot. And it looks like it is because it's crossing over exactly in the middle of my design. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody. Here we go. It's coming to the end. Look at that. It landed right on that spot. Let me see if I can, oh, am I on this? Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm just watching it on YouTube to try to see what you're seeing. Look at that. I just watched it on YouTube and it did. It landed exactly on that point. So everything I did with my designing was actually perfect. And I designed it in millimeters, not in inches. And that's how I can get it to the very closest point. If I could only get YouTube to work that perfect. I know, it's like I can program designs into this machine, and yet I can't do YouTube. So I just pressed a button. Now what I'm going to do, and I'll, okay, where am I? I'm on my phone. So now I'm going to, okay, here I am here. So the machine has done its thing. It came out perfect. So now all I'm going to do is just pull this forward, and I'm going to make sure that I leave long enough threads. Whoop. What do you, oh, right. I'm going to leave long enough threads so I can tie them. I've removed the magnets, and there's the hoop underneath. I'm going to leave this long enough. And now I'm going to come back and reposition. Now what I can do at this point is just move everything, and the machine is going to tell me what to do, and I can re-hoop, line everything up, and do the next design. That was easy, wasn't it? Thank you, Marie. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm back at the desk, so I'm just, bear with me while I reposition the camera. Sorry. You see my big mess. Now I will switch back to the sewing machine camera if I want to give you a close-up, a real good close-up. So I'm going to just switch back now to my sewing machine camera, and I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. Sorry. Oh no, don't mess up on me now. Everything's doing okay. Help, help. I promise I'll get better. Really, I will. Okay, I just want to show you how close that came. So where is it here? Where's my finger? There it is. Okay. I lost it again. Find your finger, Shirley. There we go. So that is the stitching, and that is where it ended. Right there, right at that outline. And now all I have to do is I will take my threads to the back side and I'll tie them off and bury my thread. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, trust me, it's messy. Okay, so where are we going here? What do you want? Where should I go? There we are. Ooh, nice close-up. Don't look at everything there, eh? Oh, sorry, I was just watching on YouTube. This is interesting. Now that the cameras aren't messing up anymore. Yeah, it blends well. I didn't want to use a color that would really pop out. I just wanted it to be something that sort of blended in. And the thing is, all this is I was practicing on doing my, well, the outside was half square triangles left over from the piecings here. So now, and I think I have a video that's in the stages of being edited that I showed the construction of this. And on the back, I'll show you the back now, and I'll try to get you close up. The tension is pretty good. There's just a couple of spots. Now I'll try to zoom in. This is the one I just completed here. And I'll try to get a good, I don't know that you can see that. I'm just going to wait for YouTube to come up just to see, so you can see what I'm seeing. That's the only hard part. Keep moving around, Shirley. Maybe if I go a little closer. It's hard to see. You guys are troopers for hanging out with me. So you can see, well, not sure if you can see, but this is my previous design right here, and then this is the other one. And on the other video, I don't think it was this one that I did I filmed it. But it's just, and the backing, I'm not good with color coordinating, so I just had this in my stash. I don't have a whole bunch of quilting cottons, and I just happen to have this. So there we have it. So now all I'm going to do is just pull my threads to the back, and somewhere I have what they call a cheater needle. That's the one where you don't need to try and thread the needle. And there's two types of cheater needles. Oh, and where's my little piece of paper? Yeah, okay. This one, if you look here, I'll try to get it close up. There's two types of cheater needles. This one here has the little thing that comes up here, and then it's sort of a loop on top. These ones I do not use because they will get caught in the batting. So the one I use, I will try to get my little piece of paper here. Yep. This shows it a little bit better. So the two, where am I here? Yeah. So this one is not the one I use because this is the one that it gets caught in the batting. This is the one that I use, and it has like two little bumps, the eye, and then, but that's the one I use. And this one doesn't get caught in the batting. So that might be hard to see, but that's the one I use. So now all I'm going to do is just pop that in the top of that needle. And make sure I've got both threads in there. Now I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, seeing as how everything's working. Keep your fingers crossed. Find my mouse. I'll go back to the sewing machine so that it will give me a good close-up. So you can see exactly. Sorry about that. Stay still. One of these days I'm going to get a professional camera holder here. Okay, maybe I can get a good view of that. So I'm going to bring my quilt back over. Get it underneath here, and okay. There I am. There is, let's get myself oriented here. There is where I started and stopped. So I want to pull those threads through to the back. So I'll take my little cheater needle. I'll pop my threads in, and they just pop in through the top. The only thing I've found with this needle is that sometimes it'll shred the thread. So I'm just going to take it, feel underneath where I need to bring it through. And you can see it's right there. And I'll push it through to the back, trying to do it at a perpendicular angle. So I check at the back, turn this over. So there you can see where my needle is coming out. And what I want to do is pull those threads to the back. And now I'm going to tie them off and bury that knot. So I just take and do this around. Whoops. It's making a little loop, and I'll put the end of the needle through and just pull that down close to where those threads came out. And if one knot is good, two is better. Three is even good. Whoops. And I can move that knot up and down to position it wherever I want. And if three is good, I always have to overdo things. Four is even better. So I have four little knots that are on my thread. And now what I'm going to do is just pop my threads back in there. I'm going to sort of hook it in there so that it doesn't come out of the end of the needle. And I'm going to try and get this as invisible as possible so that you don't see where my joins are. There goes the thread. Sorry about that. Try this again. Okay, now I'm going to try and make that as invisible as possible. So I'm going to move my threads until I can pretty much see the hole that it came out of. And I'll just push it into there. And I want to go between the batting. There is a little hole right there. Right there. And I don't want it to go through to the other side. I just want to put it between the front and the back, sort of going through the batting a little bit, because I don't want to be doing that on this side where it joined. Right there is where my join is. So I'll flip this over. Make sure I don't catch the other side, and I'll just push it in as far as I can. And I'll bring those knots through, and you can see it's knotting up. So I'm going to try and bring through that bottom thread so I just have my knots showing. There's my knots. And there's where I brought my thread out. And now I'm going to pop those knots. You might not hear it, but those knots are going to pop in underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and it's popped. And that's what I'm left showing on the back side of the quilt. Okay. Then the only thing left to do is just take this, push the fabric back on, and there is my one little knot. I can see that was my last knot. And I'm just going to give it a quick trim. And now that knot has disappeared underneath the layers. Okay. And there it is from the right side. And I will do the same with, find my positioning here. There's my other knot, or my other end, and I'll just do the same thing with that, and then it'll be hidden on the other side. On this one, if I take it to the back, find the end, which is right there, and I'll pull this, and I can see my brown thread come up. Take my needle and without splitting the thread, give it another little tug. Without splitting the thread, I will try to pull that brown. There we go. Just pull that up. And then I can tie it off. Sorry, I'm missing some of the chat. So we'll do our 1 knot. Remember, 2 is better. 3 is good. And I always have to overdo it, so there goes the 4th one. Put my threads on my needle. Find where my black or my brown thread came out. Push it in there, making sure that I don't go through to the front side. Pop my knots, and you can see it's absolutely almost invisible. Okay. Sorry about that. Now you're seeing absolutely stupid stuff. Hold on. Desk cam. There we are. I don't know whether that was easy for you to see, whether you saw what I do, but that is how I quilt my quilts. I suck at free motion. And when you have a machine, oh, and by the way, I did invest in some software that I can make my sizes. And again, like I told you, I work in millimeters because it is so exact. So that's, I know you can't see it very well, but that's it. And now you tell me why in the heck this didn't work in the beginning with the video. So I think I have been on long enough, and I suppose I should go and get ready so my daughter can take me to get my blood work done. Thanks everyone for staying with me. You guys are awesome. And when I get around to it, I hopefully will be able to figure out some more things that YouTube can do, and I'll be able to share channels and everything. And again, thanks for sticking with me. And oh, by the way, one thing I wanted to mention is that I know a lot of people have said that you shouldn't use magnets around your sewing machine if it's computerized, but I mean, this machine is about 5 years old. I have done embroidery with it, and these are those really, really strong magnets, and you don't want to get your finger in. I can show you. Those magnets are sticking through my fingers. So these are strong magnets, and they have not, hi Nana Mona, they have not damaged my machine whatsoever. The only thing is I probably wouldn't put it near my computer area here. Over here it's fine, and I mean they're designed for the machine. But I can give you that advice with the machine I'm using. Your machine, you would really have to check out. I can only tell you things I've experienced. I can't give you advice on other machines. Oh, stop beating myself up. Okay. YouTube is hard for everyone. You're getting the hang of it. Awesome. I really appreciate all your encouragement. And I guess I should go get ready. Thank you everyone for sticking with me. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I do have tonight, it's a cocktail party for a, just a minute, the words will come, a Zoom retreat this weekend. So I will be away, busy tonight and tomorrow and Sunday at my virtual Zoom retreat. So I'll say goodbye now. I don't want to cut this video off with me still talking. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.